A warm welcome to everyone. So, my name is E.PRIYAVADANA. I am a research scholar in Department of Agricultural Extension, Faculty of Agriculture, ANNAMLAI University. So, today let's discuss about verbal communication. First, what is communication? Communication is derived from the Latin word which means communis, which relates or indicates togetherness or commonness. First, communication. Communication is simply the act of transferring information from one person to the other. It means that it involves the exchange of facts, information, etc. First, type of communication. There are two types of communication. One is verbal communication and another one is non-verbal communication. First, let me discuss about what is verbal communication and what is non-verbal communication. First, what is verbal communication? Verbal communication involves communication or transferring of messages with the help of written or oral format, and also non-verbal communication involves without words. It means it is most probably it is denoted by actions or gestures. First one is verbal communication. Communicating with words written or spoken. It consists of speaking, listening, writing and reading. Takes place through face-to-face conversation, group discussions, counseling, interviews, etc. The process of exchanging information between two or more persons through written or oral words or oral format is known as verbal communication. Verbal communication is nothing but it involves the transfer of information through words, written or spoken format. Next is verbal communication skills. First one is you should avoid distractions. Next one is focus on the non-verbal communication cues. Next, be a soft-spoken person. Represent the information in short. Next, be open-minded, be confident. Be clear while speaking, maintain eye contact with your audience and listen carefully, and do not interrupt the speaker while the communication is in process. Next, types of verbal communication. First one is oral communication. Next one is written communication and intra-communication and interpersonal communication. And next is public communication, and also next one is group communication. First, let me discuss one by one. First one is oral communication. Oral communication means exchange of information or facts in the form of words. Next one is written communication. Written communication means exchange of information or facts in the form of written format. It means document format in the way of writing. Styles, it differs. And next one is intra and interpersonal skills. Intra means communication that takes place within the person. For example, reading newspapers or meditating, speaking inside the person, speaking with his own soul, heart, etc. Next is interpersonal. Interpersonal means it is the communication which is take place in between the two persons, person 1 and person 2. Next is public communication. Public communication, it is nothing but mass communication, delivering or exchanging information to a mass audience, a large group of people. For example, television, public speaking, political campaigns, etc. Next is group communication. Group communication involves about 10 to 40 people in a mass gathering. It depends and it varies. Next is styles of verbal communication. It involves expressive style, aggressive style, passive style and passive aggressive style. Expressive style indicates jovial personality. Aggressive style indicates violent one, and passive style indicates the emotional type. And most common and most acceptable form of or style of verbal communication is passive aggressive style. Next, styles of verbal communicators as per roles. First one is directors, next is relators, and third one is thinkers, and finally socializers. First one is directors. They are task oriented, and next one is relators, always positive and ask audience opinion, and thinkers, that they are related to perfectionist, makes mistakes rarely, and socializes means love to interact and accept new challenges. Next, barriers to verbal communication. What does mean by barriers? Barriers is nothing but the bottlenecks or challenges or obstacles to verbal communication is denoted as barriers, which includes lacking clarity. It means it is not clear. First one is lacking clarity is a barrier to verbal communication, and next one is using stereotypes or generalizations. For example, stereotypes is nothing but a prefixed or prejudgmental mentality of the people, which is somewhat difficult to change. Next is jumping to conclusions. Without introduction or without introducing the concept or without the body of the content, they will directly jump to the conclusions. It is the major barrier to verbal communication. Next one is dysfunctional responses. It means ignoring the audience response or some other cases. Next one is lacking confidence. The speaker lacks the confidence in order to give proper response or give answer to the audience questions or any interruptions in his speaking, which denotes his lack of confidence. Next one is unsuitable for illiterates. So this verbal communication is absolutely non-suitable for illiterates. So the written or document form is more suitable form. Thank you.